Hola y bienvenidos a Amores Patos. Hi, welcome to Amores Patos.
I'm your host, Anna.
And I'm your other host, Faby.
This is a podcast where two best friends get together and talk about
Duck facts,
duck lore,
Duck Wild West,
and DuckTales. Okay, do you think Scrooge is, what's the word? What's the word when you avoid joining the army? Draft dodger. Do you think Scrooge is a draft dodger? Because, I mean, there was World War II.
Is he a citizen?
Fuck.
That's the question.
Did you ever bother?
She's ever bothered.
And he's too rich for anyone to be like,
Sir? Holy shit.
Damn.
That should be a plot point. Scrooge is not like legally in the U.S.
Scrooge has to become a citizen, and then we see how fucked up and tedious our immigration process is, and how it's absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a whole episode. Scrooge looks directly at the camera. He doesn't. Wow, it's so much easier for someone who's white to get citizenship in the United States.
Oh god.
And then there's just 5 minutes of silence. And the episode ends.
And the episode ends like that. I like that. I don't like, but it's funny how people forget that Scrooge is like an immigrant.
Yeah. It's like a central part of his character and story.
Yeah, he's the dream immigrant story, you know?
Yeah. He's alluded to the fullest potential, plus some Indiana Jones stuff.
Yeah.
Thrown in there. But I thought more along the lines that he was not a draft dodger, because he was too old, technically. Even though he's, like, ageless.
Yeah.
Like, by 1940, he would have been... Fuck. If he was born in 1860 to 1940, so he would have been 80.
Yeah, he's
technically
too old. He's legally too old.
Yeah, so legally he'd be too old to be drafted.
Oh my gosh.
All this to say, this episode's about Scrooge.
Yeah. It's really fun. Oh my god, I love this episode.
Oh, also, this is season 2, episode 9 of DuckTales and Amores Patos, the Outlaw Scrooge McDuck.
Yes.
Scrooge is now illegal.
Fuck,
no! Damn.
I kept reading it as the Outlaw of Scrooge McDuck,
Same,
so I thought he was gonna get, like, banned.
Yeah, no,
That's why when...
Scrooge McDuck is now banned from...
I thought he was gonna get banned from the town.
Yeah, same.
That's why when, our villain was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do something. I'm like, oh, he's gonna get banned. Yeah. Then I remembered that I was reading it wrong.
Same, yeah. I'm like, oh, the Outlaw of? They make Scrooge illegal. No Scrooges are allowed in this town anymore.
Scrooge is illegal.
This episode, the title is based on the Clint Eastwood film, The Outlaw Josie Wales.
Ooh.
Clint Eastwood, is that his real name?
I don't know if that's his real name, but it sounds cool.
Is that fuck, I can't remember if that's a character or the actual...
Oh, that's the actor.
The actor,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He's like the one who sucks. Right? Is he terrible? John Wayne.
John Wayne is terrible.
Yeah, John Wayne sucks.
Whatever. Clint Eastwood. He has that one movie that's like...
Right! I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, The Mule, right? Is that it?
I was not thinking about that.
And then there's like the Mustang, the car.
That's the one
like,
I was thinking
about like, he's like a World War II guy, and like his neighbors are Japanese.
Yeah. And then it's like about fixing cars and getting to know people.
Yeah, and like not being racist.
Yeah. I think he's fine.
Yeah, okay. It was John Wayne I was thinking
of.
John Wayne. John Wayne sucks. Or, he's dead, I guess.
He still sucks.
Yeah, he still sucks. Anyway.
Fuck you, John Wayne.
Yeah, fuck you, John Wayne. Anyway, the story for this episode is by Frank Angonis, Madison Bateman, Colleen Evanson, Christian Maglehayes, and Bob Snow. It was written by Christian Magalhaes. The storyboards were by Vince Aparo, Emmy Cicierega, and Ben Holm. And it was directed by Tanner Johnson. Good times. I love it so much. The episode?
The episode, yeah! It has like a lot of fun elements.
I love this episode. It was very fun to watch.
Yeah.
For our watches, we have Benny the Kid.
Wait, you got a nice little place here. Only hotel, I'm never stay inside.
Wow.
He's not here.
It's on theme.
You're welcome, thank you. I had some like dumb bullshit, then I'm like, wait, what are some outlaw names? Found one that worked.
Mm-hmm.
Neighborhood Watch.
Here comes Darkwing Duck. Look out! When there's trouble, you call me dummy.
He's here.
No. Neither Darkwing nor any of his affiliates are in the past.
That would have been cool.
It would have been bad shit.
That would have been awesome.
And Matilda McDuck is also not here. Because they want to crush all my hopes and dreams. And by them, I mean the DuckTales crew.
Specifically yours. They know what you want, and they're not gonna give it to you.
No, they won't. Anyway, we open up at the mansion. And on Ottoman, there's drama happening in the Ottoman Empire.
Okay, I did not expect Ottoman Empire lore.
Yes.
And drama, and I'm invested and I'm here for it.
So I think there's only Johnny now.
Yeah,
Because
Johnny.
Vandy left. Because he said that someone was holding him back from his dreams or something.
Yeah, he's like, you know, like... He's like, I'm the brains, and, you know, I'm all the show needs.
And I'm also the handsome one, because my brother's ready to fuck off.
And then it's like, and you know what they say, when the going gets tough, he's like, I don't know the rest of it.
Yeah, I don't know Randy's part of that line. Then the tough get going, Johnny. I know the line.
Something's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like he's all alone now.
Yeah, just surrounded by Ottomans.
It was really funny. Oh my gosh. It was fun. And then I see Louis kind of watching this, just slumped over on the couch.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny how he's like slumped in his hands or in his pockets. He's just like a little weird lump.
Yeah, and Scrooge comes in telling Louis that there was a printing error on his business cards, so that Louis could have them. All I have to do is scratch out the Scrooge and the MC.
And he's like really excited.
Yeah, he's
really
excited to give these to him, like it's for his business, for his Louis Inc. But Louis like, nah, Louis Inc.'s gone. I gave up on Louis Inc.
And Scrooge is like I thought like.
It's like a product. Your car bed thing.
Yeah, and then Louis, like, hasn't changed his position at all. He's like, oh, you know, like, the napping doll? I was like, oh, no, like, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. And Scrooge is like, oh, so, like, did someone, like, beat you to the design?
Yeah,
he
was being reasonable.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's like, nah. He's like, well, did you find a design flaw? Mm-hmm. No. Was there a line at the patent office?
And Louis like, yeah, like, it was 5 people deep.
Yeah.
It's just like, I swear to God.
He's like, yo! He's like, you can't, like, just be dropping all your hopes and dreams at the first sign of an obstacle. And Louis like, haha, classic Louis.
Yeah, I had to scrap it. Did someone else claim the idea first? No. Ah, so you found a design flaw you couldn't work around? Nope. Was there a line at the patent office?
Ugh, at least 5 people deep. I realized it just wasn't worth it.
Iron my Argyles! You're dropping all your hopes and dreams at the first sight of an obstacle?
Yeah, classic Louis.
And then Scrooge is like, I will not be first person spoken to.
Yeah, third person.
Yeah, third person. Yeah, and then he's like...
So he's gonna teach Louis a lesson. He tips him over onto the other couch cushion and sits down. He's like, I'm gonna tell you, like, a story about, like, grit, spit, and determination.
Which is really cute, just literally continuing the theme from the last episode.
Yeah, literally just like him telling stories, not just like him.
Like, you gotta be like me. It's like, here's a story.
An actual story.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no like, it's a story about like him, like about not giving up and like, whatever, following through. Yes, I guess. Yeah. Even when things are tough. Mm-hmm. And so he sets the scene.
When the going gets tough.
The going gets tufted! That's the line, right? Wait, no, fuck. When the going gets tough... I don't know. Something about tufted, the tufted get going.
I think so.
Whatever. I forgot the line. Whatever. I said it right like a second ago. Maybe. Whatever. Anyway. And so we see Scrooge's past.
Yeah.
Like, we see it's the Wild West.
Yes.
So the Wild West was from 1865 to 1895. So it's probably more towards the end, considering Scrooge was born in, like, 1860, I think.
Ooh.
I always forget if he was born in 1850 or 1860, because Life and Times opens up with his birthday, and it's 18 something. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna check. But maybe I will. I'm gonna check. It's gonna bug me.
You should know this from the top of your head.
I know vaguely.
You're the Scrooge McDuck expert.
I don't think I am. I am.
You are! Who are you trying to fool?
Scrooge was born in 1867.
Okay.
So, yeah. So this is like the 1890s, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's in that gap.
Yeah.
This is after... Oh, never mind. I'll get into it. Though, this does provide a bit of an inconsistency with his time in the Klondike. Just based on when the Klondike Gold Rush happened.
Yeah.
Though, they don't exactly do Klondike Gold Rush in this version, in the show. They do, obviously, the Golden Lagoon of White Agony Plains.
Yeah.
So instead of, like, just straight up Gold Rush, it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were to go the more direct Klondike Gold Rush line, the Klondike Gold Rush went on from 1896 to 1897.
Okay.
And in the comics, that's when he met Goldie.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Whatever. Anyway, so we see this is a young Scrooge, like a very young Scrooge, like in his 30s, late 20s, to considering the time period that the Wild West existed, and when he was born, which is canon to this.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's full of life.
I like how they make him look younger.
Yeah.
The voice is different. Like his voice is a little bit higher.
Yeah, and he speaks. Oh, Louis gonna mention it a lot, but he speaks with like the dialect and phrases of the time.
And that's a thing from Life and Times comics, which I love. It's one of my favorite things because he moves around to all these different places, and he's with these people for a long time in each place, and he picks up this the lingo, the slang. Yeah. And it's something I really like from the comics, and I love that they're bringing it here.
Yeah, it's very because he says his Scottish things. Yeah, he says them, but here it's very of the time,
Wild West prospector stuff, and he's still obviously Scottish, but he's using these American slang things. Yeah, so that's fun.
And he looks like Stinky Pete from Toy Story.
I hate it. He does.
He does. I literally looked up an image to see it, and the same
he
blue
does. The overalls and
overall
the shirt.
Yeah.
Well, finally my waiting has paid off, and no hand-me-down cowboy doll is gonna mess it up for me now!
And so this is like a young Scrooge back when he was still dirt poor and trying to make it rich.
Yeah. And he's showing up to a town called Gumption.
Yes.
He's there to claim his destiny.
Yes, it's a town full of gold and the promise of gold.
My travels had brought me to Gumption, a town full of golden promise and the promise of gold. I had the good sense there was an ocean of aurum under this scrubby land, waiting to be unearthed.
It's very small, a very tiny.
Oh yeah, it's a tiny, little Wild West town.
It's between some train tracks and a river.
Yes. So we see this little town. It's very Wild West.
Yeah.
We see Gyro in a time tub on the roof of a building.
I didn't see him that time.
Yeah, so in the opening scene after the credits, we see the mad haberdashery.
Haberdashery.
And just other places with fun names we'll see later. And Scrooge kind of walks across the scene, but we see Gyro in the time tub on the roof of a building. Just chilling. And because Scrooge has his claim that he staked out here. He has a little fucking tent and a lamp.
Yeah, that's all really. And Scrooge
a line of clothes.
Yeah. Scrooge is narrating this whole thing as you see the town he's traveling, and he's talking about his claim, and he's down in the mine basically, and he's pickaxing away.
Yeah, and we see that now. This is when he was young, scrappy, and hungry.
I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my
And determined to claim a McDuck gold nugget. Like, he wants to, like, make it rich and finally, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Why did he call it the McNugget? Shorten it.
Copyright.
I kept trying to write it.
Copyright.
Yeah, but like in my mind, every time he said like the McDuck nugget, I would just call it the McNugget.
Well, the McNugget isn't his name. Then you know it's his.
Mr. Nugget. How fucked would it be, like,
what?
Just, like, to be called Nugget and you're a bird? My OC, do not steal. Called Nugget.
Nuggets. I mean, 'cause they eat chicken and shit.
Do. They eat chicken nuggets. Okay.
Anyway, so we see that he does find like a piece of gold.
Yeah.
And when he breaks open a hole in this piece of gold that he sticks under his hat.
Mm-hmm.
And so he puts a stick of dynamite in there in order to, you know, blow it up and find more.
Mm-hmm. So he starts to leave. We see him go up this ladder.
Yeah.
But when he's almost to the top, the ladder breaks and he falls.
Yes. And it actually kind of reminded me of the scene with Della.
Yeah! I was literally, I'm like, that's why I sent you the picture when I was watching it, when I was like, don't like that. Because it explodes.
Yes.
And we see, like, this, like, rubble falls on him and he's stuck. And I'm like, I literally captioned that and I was like, don't like that. Like, so scary parallel.
Yeah, oh my god. 'Cause even, like, him falling, like, how she fell back into, like, the body of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he says the specific line that kind of made me think of that specific parallel even more. He's like, fervor caused me to get reckless. Yeah. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
But so he's trapped.
So he's trapped, yeah, like up to like his knee is trapped in the rubble. And he's like, well, fuck me. But then we see that someone comes to help him.
Yeah.
And it's the best character in the whole episode. And it's Sheriff Marshal Cabrera.
Yes.
There's a bullet hole in his hat.
I know. I noticed that later. I was like, oh shit.
What the hell? Who's shooting at him?
And he's like, oh, you know, like, howdy, like, do you need help?
Yeah, and because he introduces himself, and Scrooge is like, well, is it Sheriff or Marshal? He's like, oh, Marshal's my name.
Yeah. But I'm a sheriff. Yeah. And my nickname is actually Deputy, because, you know.
For the promotion.
Yeah.
How'd you take a nickname? So do you want some help?
Yeah. And Scrooge is like, yes, but, like,
Can you find me someone who's not you?
Howdy, friend. It's me, Sheriff Marshal Cabrera. Well, which is it? Sheriff or Marshal? My name is Marshal, but I happen to be Gumption's town sheriff. Though my friends actually call me Deputy, which was my nickname before I got the promotion. Hard to sick a nickname. Anyway, need some help? Yes. Could you find me someone who is not you?
But I guess the sheriff does help him.
Yeah.
And he gets him out of the hole. And,
so it's not Fenton like we had thought.
No. I thought it was Fenton traveling back in time.
Same.
Putting on a fun costume.
But no, that's what we called Gyro non-cosplaying bitch. Yes. But I guess not in your hands, Gyro. And I apologize. Yeah. But yeah, he's an ancestor of Fenton's.
Yeah, on his mom's side.
Yeah.
And so he drags Scrooge out of the hole, I guess. And Scrooge is not eating from a can of beans, which is with his right knee, like, broken or dislocated, and he's just not acknowledging it. Yeah. Oh, and the sheriff's asking him, or he's telling him that he hasn't seen him around any town hall meetings.
Mm-hmm. And Scrooge is like, yeah, like, I've done that on purpose. Like, I don't really want
to I work alone. He's like, I'm good. Yeah. And the sheriff's like, well, I just wanted to let you know, I'm letting you prospectors know that, like, a big timer from the big city is coming to Gumption. Mm-hmm. They're gonna bring a lot of big change to the town.
And then Scrooge is like, what? Like, he's like,
do you mean prospectors, plural? Yeah. And he points over to across the train tracks, the river.
The river?
Yeah, on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
That there's another prospector that's set up shop, basically. And so...
And he, like, sets his foot back.
Yeah, his dislocated or broken-ass knee, which is bent at a 90-degree angle.
And he, like, stands up and he's like, I'll kill him. Like, you know, like, who dares to steal from, like, Scrooge McDuck? Yeah. And then we see someone calls out to him.
Yes. And it's Goldie.
Yeah.
But the moment Goldie's introduced, we jump back to Scrooge and to Scrooge and Louie. Louie's like, no, I don't want any fucking old people romance in this. I'm good.
Yeah, he's like, ew. Oh my god, is this Princess Bride?
It's literally Princess Bride. I got such strong Princess Bride vibes from like this scene specifically.
Yeah.
Like, the whole like, is this a kissing book?
Yeah. He's like, Scrooge is like, no.
Yeah, and he's like, we weren't old back then. And Louie's like, I can't imagine you young. Yeah. Yo, Louie.
And he's like, is there gonna be like hand holding and like smooching?
Yeah.
And Scrooge is like, well, and then we get a cut of him and like Goldie locking hands and like, fighting.
Yeah.
Gross. Old people romance. Blech.
We weren't old back then.
It's impossible to picture you young.
Goldie was and remains a pain in my pin feathers. No romance there.
So there's no getting mushy? No kissing? No hand-holding?
Well...
He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrooge just like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
And we see the sheriff popping in real quick. Reminder, town hall meeting tomorrow.
Yeah. He's just like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
But before we go on to the next scene, and before, now that Sheriff Marshal Cabrera is gone, I want to say that this reminded me of SpongeBob. Because of course it did. But specifically, there's a specific episode. I did notes. I did research. Ooh. Okay, so there's an episode in like season 5 of SpongeBob called The Pest of the West, where basically the usual suspects are talking about how they have these ancestors that all have this cool history. Like Patrick, one of his ancestors was basically like their Paul Revere and stuff like that.
What the hell?
Yeah, it was weird. And then SpongeBob is kind of like lamenting the fact that his like family doesn't have anyone. And so Sandy, whose like great-great-grandmother discovered oil in Texas, by the way. And they use that shitty taxidermy like squirrel to do this. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So then they go to the library and they discover that SpongeBob's great-great-great-grandpa was named SpongeBuck, and he was the sheriff of then called Deadeye Gulch, eventually called Bikini Gulch, and then eventually called Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
He was basically the same trope here, where it's basically the same character, just in the old-timey West, and it's just SpongeBob, who wants to be a fry cook, and he shows up in this little town, but the Mr. Krabs' ancestor makes him a sheriff, because their sheriff basically got killed, so they need a sheriff.
Like, okay, who's the first sucker we can get?
Yeah. So he's a sheriff now, and he has to protect the town from Deadeye Plankton, It's just Plankton with a top hat and a mustache. So they eventually, like, him and Patrick's ancestor become friends. They sing the song Idiot Friends. Classic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Who's there for you when you are sad and down? Idiot friends.
Who picks you up and smacks you all around?
Idiot friends. Who puts thorns in you so you can save the town?
Idiot friends, idiot friends,
idiot friends.
But then they end up, like, actually running Plankton out of town.
Yeah.
And he's the winner, and then turns out that this big statue in Bikini Bottom Park is actually of his grandpa. But it's been covered in, like, bird poop, or the equivalent of bird poop, for years.
The clams?
Right?
The clams are birds?
Yeah. But yeah, like, that's specific, like, it's basically the usual suspects, but old.
Yeah.
Because it's Lin doing a country accent.
Yeah, we didn't say. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda doing a southern accent.
Yeah.
And it's good.
It's
really cute. And obviously, we love Fenton.
Yeah, we
and
do.
it's just, like, Fenton's whole thing.
Yeah, and it's him. He has the same mannerisms, the same
so he's very
talkativeness.
He's very nice.
Yeah.
A very nice sheriff with a bullet hole in his hat.
He's very nice to people who don't deserve it.
Yes. Scrooge.
And just, our villain.
Yes, yeah. But, there's a slight inconsistency with Scrooge and Goldie's designs, like, past designs, because we learned this is set after the whole the Golden Lagoon of White Agony Plains, the whole them being frozen in ice for 5 years.
Yeah.
This is it after that. And in that flashback, we see that Goldie looks visibly younger. and Scrooge look kind of the same.
Yeah.
In this, Scrooge looks visibly younger, and Goldie looks about the same as she does now in the outfit.
Yeah.
You can tell she's younger because she doesn't have the lines around her eyes. So that was the little thing I noticed. I wish they had used her old young design instead of this one, but that's like a nitpicky thing. Because she's still great. It's Allison Janney, of course.
Yeah, I love
also doing a slightly younger sounding voice.
Yeah. And then just a bunch of prospectory phrases all around.
Yeah.
Because we come back to them, like, yelling, like, old-timey insults at each other.
But, because they're still doing, like, the hand... Because they're still trying to, like, push each other away, I guess, or fighting. And she's like, how do you know I wasn't here first and you were stealing from me?
Yeah, and he's like, oh,
yeah, he's
was
like, oh.
I?
Yeah, she stops, like, was I? And she's like, no, I followed you and tried to steal from you.
And he's like, but the fact that you didn't even think that was possible is, like, an insult to me.
And they start yelling prospector insults. And come back to Scrooge and Louie. And Louie's like, okay, can you chill it? With the prospector talk.
So Scrooge is like, get lost, dude.
You're harshing my vibe, man.
And then Louie's like, that's worse.
That's worse. Go back.
And I love, because, like, you know, they're obviously history, but they're like, they react to, like, the narrator. They, like,
they look up, like, what?
Take a ride, Goldie. I've had enough of your babbling bazoo.
Whoa, can we cut back on the old prospector slang a bit?
Get lost, dude. You're killing my vibe, man.
Nope. That's worse. Just go on.
And we go back. We see that Goldie's, you know, she's not gonna leave.
Yeah.
Obviously. And so she has a fun little way of, you know, getting the gold before him.
Yeah.
And then she throws the pickaxe at his foot. The same foot that's been fucked up already. Is this why he needs a cane? Because he fucked up his foot so bad?
I thought it was just for style and
he keeps fucking it up.
Yeah.
Like on purpose later. Like by choice.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You know, she throws the pickaxe at his foot, telling him he's gonna need that. Yeah. Because she's bought all the dynamite in town.
And we see this big cart full of dynamite. But yeah, so we go to this mining montage.
Yes, because they're racing to the motherlode at this point.
And again, I love the music.
Yes,
it's very Western, very action-y.
Yeah, no, it's fun. And the thing with Scrooge, so like he breaks one of his pickaxes, and instead of, you know, doing anything else but this, he ties it to his foot.
Yeah.
And then uses it to, so he has pickaxe in his hand, he uses a pickaxe tied to his foot. He's not using to chip at the rock.
Yeah, and he's going at it. And then we see, like, it cuts back to Goldie. He's kind of just chilling.
He's dropping dynamite down a hole.
Yeah. And it's funny because Scrooge is in his long underwear.
Yes, by this point, yeah.
And I just think long underwear is funny.
Yeah, it's fun. So he's just like chipping away at the rock in his long underwear with two pickaxes. Goldie just throwing dynamite and running. Yeah. We see that when he tied the pickaxe to his foot, I'm like, no, dumbass! You're gonna fuck up your foot permanently. Yeah. He like breaks the pickaxe on the rock. I'm like, your foot is fucked up forever. God,
he'll never be able to play soccer ever again.
His days as a tap dancer are over.
But yeah,
he's so young.
His career cut short.
Anyway, so Scrooge and Goldie find this nugget, which is a boulder.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
And they find it at the same time.
Yeah. And
they both bury their pickaxes in it at the same time. And then at that moment, it's lifted out of the ground.
Yeah, the earth starts to like shake.
Yeah. Like a claw thing. And they're both just hanging off of it.
And we see this,
the person controlling it.
Yeah, and it's like this big machine thing.
Yes, yeah. And we see that the sheriff comes back and introduces them to this big-time, big city guy named John D. Rockerduck.
Yes.
The new owner of Gumption.
Yeah. Ooh, this was the big announcement.
Yes. Yeah.
And he looks
so great. I love his design. So Rockerduck he's voiced by Judge John Hodgman.
Yes.
I love giving him the full title. It's fun. And he has such a good design. Like, he's wearing all white.
Yeah, which is a sign of wealth, because you can afford to clean your clothes.
Yeah. And, like, he has, like, the little yellow flower on his lapel, which is a thing from his actual comic design. And he's older. Like, he has, like, dark, like, almost grayish hair with white. And he has, like, really big glasses that are a fun detail. Like a bowler hat type thing. And he has such a good voice.
Yes!
It's a really good voice.
It's the perfect, like, old-timey, slimy con man voice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And, so Rockerduck, I'll get into who this guy is. What did you know about Rockerduck before this?
Not a lot. I just kind of knew that he was, like, the other rich guy.
Same.
That was, kind of, like,
that was basically my thing with him. I'm like, he's into some other rich guy. He's younger than Scrooge. Younger than Scrooge and Glom Gold. He has, like, a butler, right-hand man, a secretary named Jeeves.
Yes.
Because what's originality?
Jeeves.
So, Rockerduck. He was only used in one Carl Barks story.
Oh, shit.
One. The Boat Buster from 1961. I don't want to get into the plot, because I don't care. It's boats.
Okay.
Whatever. And he appears extremely, extremely, extremely rarely in American comics. He's not on the level with Glom Gold or Magic or the Beagle Boys.
Yeah.
In the U.S.
Oh, shit. She's turning the page.
It was like a paragraph. It was like 3 lines. Don Rosa only used the character once, as well. In Life and Times, in the chapter The Raider of Copper Hill, I think that's chapter 4, I think. Because Barks never gave him an origin, so this is Rosa's origin.
Yeah.
Rockerduck is the son of Howard Rockerduck, who Scrooge meets. So Scrooge meets Howard Rockerduck in The Raider of Copper Hill, and Howard Rockerduck also grew up in poverty. But he became a millionaire from the California gold rush of 1849. And so he still very much remembers being poverty like Scrooge. Because in the story, he sees Scrooge, like, being a miner guy. And he gets out of his little stagecoach thing and helps him.
Yeah.
Like, he gets dirty, he rolls up his sleeves, and just, like, gets in there with him and helps him and gives him advice. And, so John D. Rockerduck was born in 1878. In Life and Times, he's about 10 years younger than Scrooge.
Okay.
And Howard Rockerduck is nothing like his son. Howard is a very shrewd businessman, but, like, a basically good guy.
Yeah, he was chill when I remember.
Yeah, his wife is really snobbish, and his son became so too. And they look down on anyone poor as a peasant, basically.
Yeah.
Though Howard Rockerduck does use corporal punishment on his son to teach him manners, which doesn't work, because he's a dick anyway, but... Don't hit kids.
Yeah.
But he very much, like, it's very blatant. Like, he has his son, he has Rockerduck, Howard Rockerduck has John D. go and buy, like, a horse whip or something? Which Howard will then use to,
oh my God.
beat him. Spank him, I hope, like, on the less,
just kind of spank him, not like, oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But it's kind of a joke.
Yeah,
in the comic.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, okay. Yeah. Alright. Cool beans. And, so this will make Scrooge 18 when he met Rockerduck, when, John D was 7.
Okay.
And he's kind of like a dick. He just kind of stays in the stagecoach with his mom. Like, he's like, oh, Dad, don't hang out with that peasant. Ew. Yeah. And that chapter is a really interesting chapter. The Raider of Copper Hill, because Scrooge, we see that the vein of copper he's mining connects to, like, this big, giant copper mine. But since it's close to the surface, he owns the copper mine just by default.
Yeah.
Because whoever owned the vein close to the surface owns everything. According to this, like, tiny, tiny law that Howard Rockerduck remembers. And he's like, shit, dude! You own the whole fucking mine! And he helps Scrooge, like, get a judge to prove it. Though Scrooge doesn't get the mine because he has to kind of sell his claim in exchange for $10,000 to go back to Scotland to help his family.
I remember that.
So it's like one of the, like, many obstacles he faces. Like, he almost gets his wealth and then loses it.
Yeah, like, he has to do his family's greater good.
Yeah. So it's a good chapter. And, so anyway, Rockerduck, John D., is an example of a character who's extremely popular in the foreign markets. Specifically Italy.
Oh shit, really?
They go bonkers for him in Italy, apparently. So his first Italian appearance was in, I'm gonna try to butcher this Italian real quick, Zio Papadon il Kiwi Volante, which is Uncle Scrooge and the Flying Kiwi, which came out in 1963. Mm-hmm. And he's basically the third richest duck in the world, though it's never, officially, he has bounced around from second to first. Oh, shit. It's a whole, In those comics, he does regularly compete with Scrooge and Goldie. Mm-hmm. He's as much of a villain as Goldie is. Maybe more, probably. In Italy, he's literally as well known as Scrooge, apparently. His name is used as a metaphor in scholarly articles for unlikable and or dishonest wealthy person or rival millionaire. Shit. There was a millionaire called, named Bill Koch, who was called Rockerduck as, the rival of another millionaire, Raoul Uncle Scrooge Gardini.
What the heck?
Yeah, which is wild.
That's surreal.
It's wild. Italians love Scrooge, and specifically Rockerduck.
Yeah, I wish we lived in that society.
And he was also used in a study about pathological greed as the arch rival of Scrooge, who himself is the example of said greed. Mm. So that was fun.
Wow.
And he's in a bunch of other comics. I didn't look them up because there's a bunch and they're Italian. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Now, though, like we said, he's voiced by Judge John Hodgman, and he's this rich, slimy, Wild West businessman guy. Mm-hmm.
He's coming in to fix this poor town.
Yes, yeah, that's his whole shtick. Yeah, he's coming here to put Gumption on the map. Yeah. You see that he greets Goldie and Scrooge. And he, takes his gloves off. He's like, I'm going to burn these.
Yeah. Because he's shaking Scrooge's hand and someone takes a picture.
Yes.
And then he takes off his glove and I'm going to burn those.
Yeah. And they're both still hanging from the nugget.
Howdy, Pard! Always a pleasure meeting grubby working-class heroes like yourselves. Yeah, I'll burn those later.
And Scrooge is still and will be in his long underwear for a while.
For a while, yes. Which is very fun. Because they get pissed because he's stealing from them.
Yeah.
They this is their claim. Mm-hmm. Because Rockerduck tells the sheriff hey, can you get these fucking losers off my
sourdoughs?
No, that's what you call it. Yeah. That's another. It's a fun slang term for prospectors.
Ooh.
It's another thing from in Life and Times. They do a lot of era appropriate slang stuff, and that's one of them. So it's really fun.
Yeah.
And so the sheriff did get them off, I guess, because Rockerduck is just embracing this massive gold boulder. You can call it a nugget because it's massive.
Yeah, and he's trying to name it. And he goes through a few names, and then he's like, you know what? Let's just call it the Rockerduck Nugget. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
And then Scrooge is like, that's the McDuck Nugget, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's mine, you're stealing from me.
Yeah, I have a claim on this land.
Yeah, but Rockerduck is very much no, you're not right. He since he's bought the town, he's bought everything under it as well. Yeah. And but what is he, it's a good thing, though, he's going to put Gumption on the map and make it a boom town. Mm-hmm. That he's invested heavily in it with its sand and tumbleweeds and charming citizens with their weathered, sunburnt faces.
And then we get that really ugly, these poor people.
Yeah, they look so fucking awful. A scorpion climbs out of some dude's mouth. Yeah. Because Rockerduck's no, I'm a good person. I'm trying to help you guys. Yeah. Because both Goldie and Scrooge accuse him of stealing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so I'm here to put this lovely town of Gut Punch in Sheriff Gumption.
Yeah, he's like Gumption.
And pops back out of frame.
So, what's the meaning of this pilfering?
Thievery? Pilfering? Oh, no. I'm putting the humble boomtown of, Gut Punch?
Gumption.
Ah, Gumption. On the map. Make it one of the shining megacities of the American West.
But, he's all I want to do is drill a little hole in town, which I guess he did.
Yes.
And so even though Scrooge had a claim, it was on Rockerduck's land.
Yeah.
So.
It's his.
Yeah. So, sucks.
Yes.
And we see Goldie starts pitting them against each other.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't you know who this is?
Yeah, at first I was like, aw, that's kind of sweet.
And at first, she's defending Scrooge.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, this is Buckaroo of the Badlands, the maverick of the Montana Cattle Wars.
The legendary Scrooge McDuck. And I was like, yeah, that's cute. And then she's like...
And then she immediately, like, Scrooge is like, oh, I can fight my own battles.
Yeah.
And so she really goes to Rockerduck, like, are you gonna take this from this, like...
Peasant?
This peasant?
And then, so, like, Rockerduck and Scrooge are having, like, a stare down.
Yeah.
Also, previously, Scrooge's butt flap fell
Yes.
dramatically.
Yes. As she's dramatically introducing him.
Yeah.
Well, he's, like, in his hat, boots, and long underwear.
Yeah. What a power outfit.
It's great. And we see, so she gets in Rockerduck's head, too. And then he starts, like, he puts up his dukes.
Yeah, what the fuck? He's like, you know, like, I know Queensberry, I studied Queensberry rules, and he's like,
he's
you know,
like
putting him
fancy
up.
footwork, and like, and Scrooge is looking at him like, the fuck? He like dodges one or two, like, of his, he tries to hit him.
Yeah,
he just dodges it real easy, and so he just goes over, like, slams the hat down, so it's like, tearing it,
yeah.
like, so it's like trapping his arms, and then it's just beating him up. Just very casually, just like, fucking loser.
So they're fighting, and then Goldie calls out to Marshall, the sheriff, and he's like, oh, you know, like, the fight's breaking
a fight.
out.
And he's like, oh shit, yeah. And runs over and, like, grabs Scrooge by the arms.
And he's like, oh shit, like, for someone who's, like, a starving prospector, you're real, like...
You're very strong.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit. And so in the commotion, we see Rockerduck looks like afraid.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I mean, I would too.
Rockerduck, like, kind of, like, curls up. He's like, oh god. And we see Goldie runs to steal the nugget on the giant machine thing it's on.
Like she done in the future?
Yeah. Like, just like, she distracts everyone and then steals the shit. Mm-hmm. But she is stopped by, like, this giant dude.
Yeah.
It's Jeeves.
Yes.
Redesign. I think we learn a bit later. It's Jeeves. He's an unholy amalgamation of two Bond villain henchmen.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oddjob and Jaws.
Yeah, because he has, like, the outfit that...
Yeah, he looks a lot like Oddjob. I like, Googled the picture, I'm like, oh shit, that's
him. But
and
he has the metal teeth.
Yeah. Who are from Goldfinger and The Spy Who Loved Me, respectively.
I get to add Bond's music here.
Nice. And so we see that she tries to, like, be like, don't you know who you are?
She's like, ah, shit, like, I ran out of people.
To pit against each other.
And he's, like, massive.
Yeah, he's huge, and he, like, has this, like, the shiny metal teeth, which is a fun thing. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Huge dude, though, he's, like, Hulk-sized.
Yeah. He's like, shit.
Yeah, and we see that, both Scrooge and Goldie get thrown in jail. Scrooge for starting a fight, and Goldie for trying to steal.
Yeah.
And, the sheriff is, like, a good person. He's like, I'm sorry, like, it's the law.
Yeah, because Scrooge does a classic, like, you're making a mistake, I'm not meant to be here.
Yeah. And, well, he's like, you did kind of beat a dude up. And you try to steal a lot of money, basically, like, a giant thing of gold, so...
You know, he's upholding the law.
Yeah.
So they go sit down in the lower bunk.
Yeah, and Goldie's pissed because at least she's like, I should have stayed in Dawson. At least the sheriff there had the decency to be crooked. Because the sheriff is too pure. Yeah. He's too good. He's a good person.
Yeah.
And so they sit down on the lower bunk, and then they get interrupted by Johnny, who I love. He comes in on an ottoman wearing boots and a cowboy hat.
And he's like, you know, like, he's taking us to commercials, basically, like, we'll be right back.
And oh my god, we get this fucking scene of Ottoman Empire!
So it cuts back to, obviously, Louie and Scrooge is like, wait, I don't remember that.
Yeah, because you see on the back, Louie has kept playing the Ottoman Empire episode.
Something is happening on screen.
I don't understand. I guess there's a kid sinking into an ottoman.
And Johnny is trying his best to save this child, but it is not happening.
I lost my mind when I saw this. I don't understand. It's more dramatic than Endgame.
I thought there would be a lot more quicksand in my life, too.
Yeah. There's like a fucking wormhole in this arm.
Yeah. Like, this is what happens when Randy isn't around. People get sucked into autumn.
I can't breathe. So this kid is sinking. Yeah. And he just vanishes inside the ottoman.
We see the dramatic, like, no.
Johnny has to let go of him. And the kid just sinks. I can't breathe. I'm actually losing my mind. Oh my god, it's really the funniest thing I've seen in the show. I'm in tears.
And it's one of those, like...
he sinks, and Johnny...
just like tears streaming dramatically down his face in the most beautiful, like, close-up of his face. He's so traumatized by this
keep
event.
Playing it. I can't look at it. Keep playing it.
Look at his face.
Oh my god. Oh, good god.
So screwed.
I can't breathe. Oh my god. So Johnny's just sobbing.
Yeah.
As this kid... Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. As this kid is sucked into the ottoman. And it is just not commented on. No. It's playing on the screen in the back.
Yeah.
And Christ.
And I hope we'll see them again.
Oh my god. Literally lightheaded. Oh, I've never laughed so hard at anything in my life. Christ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Scrooge and Goldie are arguing about who's to blame for their, predicament. When fucking on the bunk above them, Gyro, or a nameless, mysterious inventor, just like, he was under the blankets, and he, like, sticks his head out. He's like, can you guys, be quiet?
Yeah.
I'm trying to... What does he say he's trying to do?
He's like, what does it take to, like, get a quiet cell?
Yeah. And is this crackpot outlaw who is fiddling with a weird clock with light bulbs on it.
Yes. Because of course it does.
Yes, of course it does. And both Goldie and Scrooge are looking at him like, the fuck?
Yeah. And he's just like dead-eyed as he says this. He's just like staring off.
Yeah. They're like, who are you exactly? And he's like, no, just a crackpot outlaw. Definitely not a brilliant scientist from the future. stuck in the Wild West, in the Old West. I mean, current West.
Who are you? Nobody. Just your common crackpot outlaw. Definitely not a brilliant scientist from the future accidentally stuck in the Old West. I mean, current West.
The delivery is so good. He does not make eye contact with anyone for a bit. This is the stuck in the Old West. I mean, current West. And we see that he's fixing like a part of his time machine or like a portable time machine thing, because he turns around to fiddle with it, and it seems like it starts to work.
Yeah, because he starts like this glowing light surrounds him, but then it just starts like short circuits.
Electrocuted.
Yeah,
and the animation for him specifically was a lot looser than it typically is for DuckTales. A lot more cartoony.
Yeah.
Like more traditional cartooniness, because like he gets shocked, and it's like like his body gets all, like...
Wavy.
Yeah. It's fun. And then he's just electrocuted very badly. And Scrooge raises his finger to comment, turns to Goldie, and just ignores it.
Yeah.
It's such a funny... I can't describe it well, because, like, those he's gonna comment on the very obvious time traveler.
Yeah. But he's just like, no.
Just switches gears and just turns to Goldie instead.
Like, not gonna deal with that.
Nah.
And then also, like,
anyway.
the sheriff is just chilling.
Yeah, he's literally just outside the bars.
Yeah.
Okay, why is Gyro in a cell? Okay. What was his crime?
Murder in the first degree.
Oh, he just insulted too many people.
Probably. He was just probably being really rowdy.
Yeah. Like, his fucking time machine broke, and he started just throwing a fit.
Yeah, probably.
Because we don't see the time tub, so we don't know if he built that after. Because we saw him briefly on the roof of a building.
Yeah.
But we don't know if he zapped out of existence, and then lost pieces, or he came back with the time tub later.
Yeah. Because
we see that he's maybe not so sure about how to work the time tub. Or his time machine stuff in general.
Yeah.
Because he's just in the past.
Yeah, he is.
We don't know why. Like, why he tried to time travel at all. Like, he just ended up stuck in the Old West, though.
Yeah, like, it's not the B-plot.
No,
the B-plot is just the story.
Yeah, there's no B-plot. He just also happens to be here, which I love.
Yeah.
I lost my mind. I'm like, oh my god!
Because we had seen back in, like,
Summer with Comic-Con.
Yeah. I thought that was D23, that was the wrong date. But yeah, they showed, like...
they showed, both Goldie, Scrooge... What we thought was Fenton.
Yeah.
Tears. We thought that Fenton and Gyro would travel back in time.
Yes.
And that Fenton would get a cool costume, and Gyro would be lame and decide not to cosplay.
That's why I call him a bitch.
Yes. But, no.
Yeah.
I wanted some Fenton and Gyro interaction because I really need them to sort out their issues, or Gyro's issues.
Yes. I want them to be actual friends.
I would love that. Or just to Gyro to learn a lesson.
Honestly, yeah.
I'll be a dick. He's still a dick in this episode, and it blows up in his face. Haha. Literally. Anyway. Scrooge is determined to get back at Rockerduck.
Yeah.
And, the sheriff right outside is like, that's not gonna happen, because Rockerduck and the Gold are leaving town.
Yeah.
To which, Goldie and Scrooge are like, you let him leave? But the sheriff is very much believes that Rockerduck will honor his promise.
Yeah, like, he says, like, he's good people, and I'm like, I love you, but no.
No, he's not.
Best get that business out your head. The man and the Gold are on a train leaving town. You let him go? Oh, he'll be back soon enough to rebuild Gumption as promised. Mr. Rockerduck is good people.
So at this point, Gyro, like, comes down and he, like,
oh my god.
falls?
No,
how does he do it?
Because Goldie and Scrooge are at the bars. Yeah. And there's no room for him. And because he wants to talk, he hunches on the ground and clutches the bars on the ground in between them to get his say.
Because I saw that, I'm like, wait, how did, like, I couldn't think of how he got down
He did not fall. He is a weirdo.
So he's, like, dramatically also holding the bar and he's saying,
on the ground.
Yeah, like, John D. Rockerduck was infamous for, like, he goes town to town and he, like, would make promises and swindle them out of
towns,
money and, like, everything.
Mineral rights.
Yeah.
Specifically, and just leave ghost towns.
Yeah. And then, like, the sheriff is like, no, like, he promised that he's gonna, like, make us into, like a new city, like, and he names these cities, and then he realizes...
He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
He's not coming back, is he?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, and I love... We missed it briefly, but there's a scene with Gyro after he gets electrocuted, just, like, hanging off the edge of the bunk, just kind of staring at Scrooge with his hair all electrocuted and up.
Oh.
It's fun. Yes, yeah, Sheriff realizes, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I fucked up bad.
Oh.
I fucked up my town. We're screwed. And so Scrooge decides, like, okay, so we're gonna steal the gold.
Mm-hmm.
I will now, like, say I'm gonna be the outlaw Scrooge McDuck.
Yay.
Get this gold back. And Gold is like, he's like, maybe you should wait until we're out of the cell to do anything about it.
Yeah, maybe he specifically says, maybe don't talk about your crime. Because he says, he declares, I am gonna rob the train.
Yes.
Like, that's the plan.
What now, Scroogey?
I'm fixing to steal what I rightfully earned. The outlaw Scrooge McDuck has got a train to rob.
And then Goldie's like, maybe don't say that in front of the sheriff.
Yeah, it was like, they're having a bit of an existential crisis, but he's still physically present.
The sheriff is over there looking sad.
Yeah. And Gyro's just, like, kind of chilling.
Yeah. He's like,
And Scrooge spits in the spittoon, because there's spittoon and not spittoon. They're helpfully labeled. So that's fun. But we see that, well, of course, then she's like, why should I even help you?
Yeah.
Like, and Scrooge replies that they love gold more than they hate each other.
Yeah. And they shake hands.
A sad turn from the Golden Lagoon's White Agony Plains, where often Scrooge says that she loved gold more than she loved him.
Yeah.
And getting, because like, I guess with age they get more genuine, or Scrooge gets more genuine about how he feels.
Mm-hmm.
And like, because even here we see a bit later that Scrooge very much does care about her.
Yeah.
And it just, he both learns to be more genuine about it, or honest about it, but also he's been burned many times before by that point.
Yeah.
So
he like knows that even if it's genuine, it's not really going anywhere. Yeah.
Because she won't let it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I'm really sad now.
Yeah. Anyway, so she'll help him, and so will the sheriff. Mm-hmm. Like, because Scrooge's like, okay, so we gotta find a way to get through these bars, like nitric acid or a spoon to slowly saw through them.
And then so like the door opens, and Marshall is like, I can just let you out.
Yeah, you know.
And then Goldie, like, she's like, so, like, you know, like, how do we know we can trust this, like, goody two-shoes, basically? Yeah. And he's like, well, you know, like, this, he's like, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
He's like, ma'am, this tin star means, like, I pursue justice against, like, all the bad guys, the crooks, and, you know, and I'm trying to, like, do best for my town.
Yeah. And Scrooge is like, attaboy!
Yeah.
And, like, wraps his arm around him.
It's like, so, like, you know, like, let's catch up to this train.
Yeah. And like, hey, wacky nameless inventor. You got like, an idea?
Yeah. And then Gyro grins like a maniac.
Yes, oh my god.
But I love, like, this, like, Cabrera trait of, like, wanting to do what's best for people.
Yeah, no, it's very good. He's very good.
Yes.
I really like seeing the sheriff, even if it wasn't Fenton.
Yeah.
It's basically Fenton.
It's Fenton.
It's like Fenton. And so just seeing him in this different environment was fun. Like, the accent and being, like, the sheriff.
Yeah.
And so we see that Gyro creates rocket horses.
Yes. Which are cool. They look like
rocking horses.
It basically looks like a Star Wars speeder bike.
Yes! On Endor. That's literally what they are.
Yeah.
That's like, when they go speeding off, I'm like, they're like the bikes on Endor!
Yeah. Except this one obviously has, like, a wheel to keep it up. But it's made out of, like, a barrel, and it has, like, a fake horse.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wow, like, this looks really cool.
And he's like, I'm glad you liked it, because my other idea was problematic.
And then we get a shot of, like, a horse that has a rocket tied to it.
Yeah.
And the rocket goes off.
That horse is dead.
Poor horse.
God. Awful. And so we see that, so the plan is that Scrooge and Goldie will pass themselves off as you know, rich people to get onto the train car.
Yeah, this starts like a little, like, montage as well as
Scrooge
is narrating.
steal his clothes.
Yes.
And Goldie buys it.
They show, like, the town mayor.
Yeah, who's the most useless person
I
here.
love me a good old-timey Western useless mayor.
Yeah, he's so fucking useless. Like, the sheriff is the one who's doing everything.
Yeah.
Useless mayor. Because Scrooge steals the cane and top hat from him. Mm-hmm. And then some other clothes from other people and places. He just steals it.
Yeah.
And we see Goldie goes and buys, like, a dress and boots and stuff. They're all getting ready, and Scrooge is like, Goldie's joking about how she can't imagine that, like, dirty, dour Scrooge could ever look wealthy or pass off as wealthy.
Yeah. And then we get, like, her, like, turning to see him.
Yeah, and she looks super cute, too.
Yeah, she's really cute little white dress, and her hair is up and updo. And Scrooge also looks really dashing.
It's a really good outfit. I love, like, the late 1800s outfit thing. It's really good. I really like the outfit.
He's in green, which he's never really in.
No, it's a good outfit. And she's, like, surprised. She's like, oh, shit, he looks good. Fuck. And she kind of, like...
no, he's hot.
Yeah, that was literally... it. I love the irony of the whole, like Scrooge could ever pass off as wealthy.
Yeah,
considering.
yeah. I mean, look at him now.
Yeah, richest person in the world. And,
they have a cute moment.
Yeah, we see that she quickly, like, ruins it by insulting him. Because it's interesting, because we see that Goldie uses, like, humor and insults as a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Against, like, genuine affection.
Because they get kind of affectionate, like, you know, they go together, like, she's, like, kind of compliments him, he's like, wow, like, you know, this top hat looks really good on you. Yeah. And then she's kind of, like, fiddling with it, and then she, like, puts it, like, she kind of shoves it really hard, and he's like, it covers your bald spots.
Yeah.
That top hat suits you. It covers your bald spot.
And so we see that they're all on the rocket horses.
Yes.
Because while they get onto the train car, they will be, Gyro and the sheriff will be, like, getting the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Yes.
And we see that even the sheriff is really fucking crazy smart.
Yeah.
He's commenting on, like, on their rocket horses.
Mm-hmm.
And he prefers that he prefers a horse, like an actual horse, that a trusty thoroughbred would be more reliable than these what do you say, these rudimentary propulsion engines.
And he goes, like, a little bit off on, like, technicalities, so, like, mechanics.
Yes, yeah.
And then, you know, he basically says a lot, he talks a lot, but says very little. And Gyro kind of, like, glares at him, like, you're very, like...
Yeah, he's like, you're very familiar to me.
Yeah, like, familiarly frustrating
to
me.
Yeah, he doesn't recognize him, honestly, because it's, like, and it's a great grandfather or something. But, I love just, like, the common trait that he's still super smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just talks about how, like, an actual horse would be more reliable and better than these things. But, like, using actual, like, science terms.
Yeah. Like, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. And so we see that they go off, and they very much look like the speeders from Endor.
It looks really cool.
Yes.
Like, I love the juxtaposition of, like, the technology-ish with, like, this Western scenery.
Gyro was definitely basing them off the speeders in Endor.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And so
Gyro steals all his ideas.
Yes.
Canon.
Yes.
But yeah.
And we see we see the train car, and as we see obviously Rockerduck with his, like, entourage of other people, and he makes some dumb joke.
Oh my god, yeah.
To which nobody laughs.
No.
And so he has to tell them to laugh. And so, you know, they do.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, ho, 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 I'm rich.
And then all the while, like, it's like a fancy, like, first-class dining car. Yeah. And, like, this fun saloon music is playing. Yeah. I love it. I just love music.
Yeah, and everyone's still laughing, and this one dude asks, he's like, sir, don't you feel any remorse for your actions? Or, not, you know, not upholding your promises? And he's like, oh, Jeeves.
Hey, I get such a thrill hustling these dirtwater towns. I mean, who drinks dirt water? Ha, dummies, that's who. Now laugh. Oh, I'm rich.
But, sir, do you feel no guilt in breaking your promises?
Oh, Jeeves.
Dude, Jeeves just throws him out of the train.
Yeah, a moving fucking train.
Yes.
And he's like a really fun, like, big handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, he's dead now. So
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Like, cause he gets thrown out and he goes flying past Scrooge and the gang.
Yeah.
And they just let him keep rolling. I'm like, oh, all right, that guy is dead.
Gone. Man. Oh my god, I love this.
Yes. And so Rockerduck's sitting down to eat in the train car.
Yeah, and he kind of, like, ruffles his own feathers.
Yeah.
And this, like, little feather lands on his
His, what?
Clam chowder.
Clam chowder?
Yeah,
something?
Yeah.
Oyster stew.
Why do I call it clam chowder?
It lands white.
Yeah, and it lands on it, and he has, like, a fit.
Yeah, he, like, calls over the waiter, he's like, why is there a feather in my oyster stew? And he gets up and, like, dumps it on the waiter. He's like, why am I even eating a hot soup? Cold it up. Cold this soup up right now.
Which I fucking love because I feel this rant in a spiritual level. My mom always makes hot, like, stews in the summer.
What the hell?
And I'm just like, Mom, please, like, I don't want to eat hot soup. So I'm like, you're the worst, but I feel that.
Yeah.
Why am I even eating scorching hot food in scorching hot weather? Why is it even on the menu? Cold up this soup. Hold it up!
And we see it while he's having this tantrum. Goldie and Scrooge sneak onto the train.
Yeah.
They get inside the train, like, they're sitting like a row or two or whatever behind Rockerduck.
Yeah.
And so they have to, like, plan what they're gonna do.
Yeah. So then it's... Scrooge is gonna get the key, and Goldie's gonna do what she does best.
Yeah.
She kinda gets, like, very, like...
Yeah.
Aww.
She's like, oh, she blushes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because, like... And he's, like, being an annoying diversion. And she's like, oh, okay. And so she takes some lady's, like, feather fur boa thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Isn't it called a stole?
What?
Like, if I remember correctly from watching old I Love Lucy episodes.
I thought a stole was the priest thing.
No. Well, it's kind of the same, like, kind of drapery.
Oh!
So, I remember her being like, I want this mink stole.
She stole a stole.
Nice. That's one for the books, boy. But yeah, so she goes on this, like, you know, like, performance.
Yeah, she starts singing. It reminded me kind of her song in Back to the Klondike, just that and she sings.
Yeah.
Back to the Klondike being the DuckTales 1987 episode.
Yeah, it's, like, probably a callback to the fact that she's always been, like, a saloon dance
She
girl.
was not a saloon, like, she,
Cantina?
No. Because she owned, like, the bar. Goldie was a ballroom singer.
That's a specific name, yeah. She's, like, singing to, like, a ragtime tune.
Yeah.
Telling the piano player to keep up.
Yes, yeah. And, to distract Rockerduck.
Yeah.
Follow me for the key change and try to keep up. Hey, fella, ain't you looking nice? Fine dresser, you're worth a price. A diamond cuffling pair, you and I. Till the gold gets in my eyes. Yes, gold gets in my eyes.
And you see, in the meantime, we quickly go back to Gyro and the sheriff.
Yes. Gyro's being a bitch.
Yeah, he's like, listen up, Luddite. I'm like, dude! Be nice for once in your life.
It's instant karma. That's what he gets.
Yes, oh my god, yeah. Because he's very bad at giving directions.
Yeah. So they're gonna use this, like, basically machine, so when the train comes, they're gonna take the nugget from it.
Yeah.
But...
It's like a stagecoach.
Yeah.
And they've tied the rocket horses to it.
Yeah. So it's like he has to use these levers and kind of, like, move them in a certain direction, certain speed.
Yeah.
But Gyro isn't specific about the speed.
No.
So...
He's like, faster, too fast.
Yeah, and the whole thing blows up.
Yeah, because the sheriff's getting a little, like...
Panic, yeah.
Panic. He's like, oh, God. And so it all blows the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And Gyro gets knocked out by, like, a rocket horse piece landing on his head.
Yeah.
And the animation for him knocked out is really fun. So it's a lot, like, looser and more wild when he gets knocked out.
Yeah.
And then he has, like, the cartoon spiralized.
Yeah. He looks like his little standee.
He does. Which is fun. And I think we quickly go back to Louis and Scrooge, right? Because Louis like, how do you know what's happening with the inventor and the sheriff?
And then Scrooge is like, well, like, you know, look who's invested now.
Yeah.
And Louis like, oh, whatever, just go.
Yeah, keep telling the story. Whatever. Yeah, so the sheriff is, like, panicking.
Yeah.
Because their stagecoach is blown up, the inventor is passed out.
Mm-hmm. And the train's, like, literally just past them.
Yeah. And he tries to, like, start collecting the pieces, like, if he can fix it or something. But he trips, and, like, pieces of it start landing, like, on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like, a glove part for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's a gauntlet. Whatever.
Yeah. Like, it's now on his arm, and he says, blathering blatherskite.
Yeah.
And then, but then he starts getting an idea, because he starts, like, falling all over, and pieces are, like, kind of attaching onto him, like armor.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so he's like, And even though this is in Fenton, he's still very, very smart.
Yeah.
And so he has an idea. And so back in the train car, Scrooge snuck away. He did manage to get Rockerduck's key, which we didn't mention.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he went over to the train car.
Yeah, but Jeeves saw him.
Yes.
Because everyone else was sort of distracted by Goldie singing about gold and distractions and money.
Yeah.
But he saw.
Yes. And the lighting in here is fun. Like,
he
goes into the train car, and there's, like, the windows have gold. Not red. Fuck. Red, like, glass.
Yeah.
And so the lighting goes red. Mm-hmm. So that's really fun. And so we have the giant, like, nugget, I guess, just in there. And Jeeves comes down from the roof.
Yeah, it was horrifying.
Yeah.
He's like a boss in a fucking video game.
Yeah, just descends from the ceiling. And see his, like, metal teeth really prominently here.
It's time to fight.
Yeah.
And Scrooge kind of goes for it.
Yeah, he goes for it.
But it's not doing anything.
No, because this guy is like a mountain. Like, he punches him and nothing happens.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And so he's giant. He's, like, trying to grab Scrooge. And then Scrooge tries to, like, I guess, like, open the door to get out. Mm-hmm. When Jeeves just picks him up by the leg.
Yeah.
And then we see Goldie comes in.
And she's like, I said put him down!
Yeah.
And she, like, has, like, a little makeup powder thing, and she, like, throws it at his face. Yeah. So he kind of gets incapacitated for a bit.
But then he just grabs them both. But then, we see that there's, like, the door to the train car. Someone knocks on it from the other side, and she's just like, what the fuck? And then someone just punches straight through it, and he gets knocked both by that and then by the giant gold nugget, which he smacks his face against, and gets knocked out, like, immediately.
Yeah. Like a cartoony fall.
Yeah, and I love, like, there's, like, been, like, more cartoony elements introduced into, like, the animation style recently. We see this episode and, like, one or two later on.
Yeah.
And one or two other episodes. And I like it. It's really nice. It's
like, embracing that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I appreciate.
And so we see that the sheriff created, like, a gizmo suit.
Yeah! Which we had seen, again, in that preview from back in the day.
Yeah, that's part of why I thought it was actually Fenton.
Yeah. Because, like, it would be it was more believable to us back then that they knew about the gizmo suit and had to remake it, basically. Yeah. But here it's like, oh, is this the origin?
Yeah, that's the thing, because so Fenton's ancestor builds this suit unprompted.
Yeah.
He just builds it with no help from Gyro. So my thought was that this Gyro is not our current Gyro. That this is a gyro from the past, because we see he was in the time tub earlier. Yeah. And the time tub is supposedly one of his already scrapped inventions. Or something like that he's been put on the back burner because it didn't work before. Because it was on his list of inventions that turned evil. So my thought was that, because he doesn't, well, no, because he doesn't know who Fenton is, but that just could mean he had him as an intern for a while.
Yeah.
Because Fenton has been knowing about the gizmo suit for a while. So Fenton already knew about it.
Yeah.
So my thought was that Gyro saw this, did not recognize, obviously, Fenton's ancestor, and went back and built his own gizmo suit.
Yeah. I mean,
just because, otherwise, Fenton's ancestor had the same thought as Gyro to build a robot suit.
Yeah. And that kind of explains our sort of reasoning on why he did it. Because he saw it?
He saw it and how, like fucking cool it was.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah?
That's really cool.
He's like, I can update this.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that was kind of my thought process, just because how else... Because, like, how would... If this suit exists in the past and was created unprompted without Gyro's help, how does the current modern-day gizmo suit exist?
Yeah. Or it would just be... It's another parallel.
I guess. Whatever. I was like, explanations.
It's our show and we get to explain things that we want.
We get to say whatever we want.
But it's fun, because he's obviously there to rescue them.
Yes, yeah. It looks super cool.
Yeah.
Also. He's a little unstable, which is fair, considering...
Yeah, it's the first time
he just built this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And so the train is nearing a bridge. And this bridge is over Gumption Gulch.
Yes.
And Nego River.
Yeah, so they're tying up the big nugget, and they're gonna get it on... I was gonna say Fenton, but it's not Fenton.
The sheriff.
Yeah.
Gizmo. Fuck. What should we call this guy?
Oh, God.
What's the old-fashioned term for Gizmo?
I don't know. Gizmo already sounds old-fashioned.
Gizmo sheriff.
I was gonna say Gizmo cop, like Robo Cop.
The cops don't exist!
I know, they don't. That's why it didn't make sense.
Wild West. Gizmoduck. I don't fucking know. We can't name shit.
We don't either.
Whatever. But also, like, Sheriff says blatherskite.
Yeah.
And that's not something Fenton said until he got it from Gyro.
Mm.
So where did Gyro get it from? Are Gyro and Fenton's lives inextricably linked?
Yes.
By his ancestor?
Yes. That's...
Whatever. We say it's canon.
Yeah.
According to us. So, the sheriff has the gold on his back. It's like this giant fucking thing.
Yeah. It was at this point that I realized that this reminded me of a Fast and the Furious movie.
Oh, God. Which one?
The fifth one.
I don't know any of it. I know 1 and 3.
Yeah, the fifth one is where things start to go off the rails. So basically, it's kind of the same, like, this specific scene in the sense that...
Train heist.
They're getting... Yeah, it's a train heist, and they're getting close to the bridge. So they're stealing, like, cars.
Of course.
Obviously, from this train. But, like, they have this, like, really cool contraption that kind of, like... It's, like, you know, you can't really drive the... Or, yeah, you can drive the car. So it, like... grabs the car from the train, and then it dumps... So someone's already in there, ready to drive the car. And when it gets back into this contraption, they, like, lower the car back down so that it hits the ground, and then the person can drive off in the car. And it's, like, really cool, but it's the same, like, we're gonna near the bridge, and there's still people on, because the bad guys now know that we're stealing the car, so... our people are still on the train, and we have to get them off, and that whole thing,
The train heists are fun.
Yeah, I love it.
What was that movie? The, Murder on the Orient Express. Was that any good?
I haven't seen it. I never saw it. Damn. I wanted to, but...
Leslie Odom Jr. was in it. I wanted to watch him.
So was, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Else was in it, yeah.
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley, that's how
Michelle Pfeiffer?
I think...
A lot of people were there.
Yeah. Josh Gad was in there.
That's right!
Yes.
Damn! He was a dude. Yeah.
Yes. It's one of those movies I just forgot to watch.
Yeah, same. Anyway, so Scrooge and Goldie are left on the train, and Jeeves grabs them both before they can jump. And,
they're kind of stuck, because, they can't defeat this man.
And, like, I'm trying to think of it. What wait. It's not Steam. I don't know. I can't think of a name for Gizmo Duck. That's old-timey.
If you figure it out, email us.
Or don't, whatever.
Just tweet at us. It's gonna kill you.
It's gonna kill me.
Probably not.
How is he punching through wood if it's all... How's he punching through metal if it's all wood?
Cartoon logic. The power of...
The gloves are metal.
Oh, yeah, true.
Whatever.
And it's also the power of the goodness within.
The power within. The power within. So Scrooge tries a more Goldie tactic.
Yeah.
To get Jeeves to let go of them.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of appeals to his bitter nature.
Yeah.
Like we're both working class, like... people, like, you're not appreciated.
Yeah, like Rockerduck doesn't care about people like us. And then he goes and he grabs a little piece of gold that he had hid, like, under his hat.
Yeah.
And
he puts it in Jeeves' coat.
Yeah, he's like, you deserve this too.
Yeah.
Look here, friend. Rockerduck has no regard for hard-working lads like us, born from the grind. Don't you know who you are? A working-class hoofer just like us. Only... much, much bigger. You deserve a piece of this too. And so Jeeves kind of just like looks at them for a while, and they're like, "We're good, good, bud." And Jeeves lets them go.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
he like salutes.
I think like the Jaws in like the James Bond henchman. I think turns good too, right? I think he's reformed. So it's since he's like basically like an amalgamation of those two. Yeah. Like, he turns good. I don't think Oddball turns good.
No. I don't think so either.
No, he does not. But so they get away. They're on the goal, which Gizmo Duck is carrying. No, fuck. Gizmo Sheriff. I'm suffering. I can't think of a name. God. So we see Rockerduck sees them go by.
Yeah, because he's finally eating his tepid soup.
And he sees them go by, and his only response is like, well, dang.
Well, dang.
And I love, like, underrated villain moments like that. It just makes it really fun, instead of just like, darn, no. Yeah, I love just, like, the underwhelming.
Yeah, like,
dang.
Damn.
Is a lot more fun. So you see, they're going too fast, though, that, they can't stop before, they hit, Gumption Gulch, because the suit starts to go haywire.
Yeah.
It is steam! He is the steam duck! I don't know, I'm in pain. Anyway, so the sheriff has to, like, crawl out of the suit before it blows up.
Yeah, but it's still...
Because the pressure.
Yeah, the pressure, everything. It wasn't meant to live very long.
No.
So, it's still tied to the gold nugget, though, so the suit goes over into the gulch.
And hits, like, the wall and blows up.
Yeah.
And all the gold rains down into the river.
Mm-hmm. It's a million pieces.
Yes. And Scrooge is obviously very distraught, and so is Louis, hearing this story, like, 100 years later.
I love the little cut, because we got to see, like, Scrooge dramatically scream, but instead we cut to Louis screaming.
Yeah. Yeah, Scrooge is pissed, Goldie's pissed, we see them, they have to walk back to Gumption.
Yeah.
And they look all beat up. Except for the sheriff.
Yeah, the sheriff looks well put together.
Yeah. They don't, so that's fun. Scrooge dunks his head in, like, a trough of water.
Yeah, like, ew.
Which was fun. Because he's saying how, like, you know, they lost all the money.
Mm-hmm. And the sheriff is like, well, at least Rockerduck didn't get it either.
Yeah.
So none of us got it, basically.
Yeah. And in the background, we see Gyro pushing his time tub.
Yeah.
He then gets in it and zaps away.
Yeah.
In a second, we see. Because we see there's, like, a lot of commotion in the town. Like, everyone's running somewhere.
Yeah, people are like, oh, I want it. And, like, they're running. Yeah. And some people have, like, the pans.
Yeah, they have pans and, like, sacks.
Yeah.
And so there's gold in the river because Gumption Gulch, the river down there empties into town.
Mm-hmm.
And so they brought a fuck ton of gold to the town.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then we see, like, now we see Gyro leave.
Yeah. He pulls something out of his pocket. We can't see. Is it gold?
I think it's gold.
Right?
That was my theory, that it's
the whole gold tech.
Gold tech, yeah. I'm like, it bit you in the ass
again. Yeah, Gyro, you stupid dumbass. Why are you using gold?
So we see, like, a really cute moment with the sheriff. He's like, you know, like, you guys aren't outlaws. Like, you're heroes. Like, you brought gold back to everyone. Mm-hmm. I'm like, aww.
And yet Gyro just in the background. Nobody notices him. Whoop! Step away. And we see the sheriff kind of walks off, and Scrooge is like, is just holding Scrooge and Goldie now, and he's like, well, great, like, I totally wanted to be a hero, not, you know, strike it rich. That's totally what I wanted.
He's salty.
Yes. But then Goldie starts to, like, infer that she came to Gumption not just, you know, to get one over him on him, but to see him again.
Yeah, and their theme plays softly in the background, which kills me.
Much better.
Oh, Scroogey. Why do you suppose I came all the way out here?
To, get one over on me?
Well, that, but also, I wanted to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
That's what I really love about this show, like, themes, like, characters have themes, and they come back, and they really add to the atmosphere. But yeah, so she's, like, putting her hair behind her ear. Oh, that distressed me.
Yeah.
And then they start getting, like, really kind of flirty.
Yeah, because you're saying how, like, she missed him, and she came mostly to see him.
Yeah.
And, like, he starts blushing. It's really cute, because this is, like, a younger Scrooge, still someone who hasn't really quite learned his lesson when it comes to Goldie.
Yeah.
About getting burned. But,
she really does look a lot older than him. Specifically here. Like, how you mentioned it.
It's not so obvious here because with a different hairstyle and outfit, but just... Yeah, just like... They don't use the same young design.
Yeah.
As they did before, when there hasn't been that much time between then and now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because she goes to kiss him.
Yeah.
And Scrooge's at first, like, hesitates for a good while.
And then he also goes in. Yeah. And then she hits him in the head with a pan.
Boo-boo the fool.
Go back to clown college, Scrooge.
Well, you see, Scrooge learns his lesson.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, eventually. Mm-hmm. But just the fact that, like, he actually does care about her like that. And that even though, like, he knows that there's, like, he still goes for it because he likes her so much. Yeah. But, what?
He falls into the trough.
Yeah. And she goes running to get gold before him.
He's like, fuck you. Yeah. So then, they both kind of run off, and it's really fun because you see, like, all the people start to run as well. Yeah. And they go back to Scrooge finishing up the story. Yeah. Yeah, he's teaching him, because the story didn't just end there. We see that there's more. Like, he didn't get the gold this time, but he opened up, like, a successful panning business or a kind of store or something. Yeah. And then there was, like, the Great Gold War of Gumption or something. Yeah! To which Louis like, wait, that's not the end then? Yeah, and he's like, no, like, this, like, my journey to becoming rich has always been filled with lots of, like, different ups and downs, and it's not easy. It's a cycle. Yeah.
Well, wait, this isn't the end? Well, no. Becoming rich is an endless cycle of obstacles and opportunities. Then what's the point?
And so he asks Louis, like, so how do you want to earn your fortune? Do you want to be, like, a con man, like Rockerduck?
Do you want to be shifty, like a shifty operator like Goldie?
Or, like me, a industrious, resourceful, self-made man. Yeah. And Louis gets, like, a second to like, kind of ponder this before Gyro materializes in the living room. He's like, what year is it? Yeah.
He's like distressed, and then Scrooge kind of like, oh, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, oh my god, this was the dude. This was
the man, the mysterious inventor.
The crackpot inventor from the story I was just telling.
Yeah, like, oh shit.
Well, I'm wondering if this is their present day Gyro. Just because of the time tub thing?
Yeah.
If this is the past Gyro, who learned to stop using the time tub.
Oh my gosh. Who knows?
Yeah. And this like last bit goes really quick. Mm-hmm. Like it's a little bit rushed, I think. Just because they devote a lot of time to the rest. Like, oh crap, we still have to put the rest in. Just remember it's Gyro. And then Louis has a scene.
Yeah, because we see like an idea board for Louis headquarters, incorporate, whatever. And it's like, it has ideas, which is a step up from the last time.
Yeah. Oh my god. The Hercules and Duckburg.
Where he has zero ideas.
He just wanted money.
Yeah, now he has like, is that a baby?
He has the Nap and Go baby mop.
Oh my god, that's genius though. It's like a little dog baby, and it's like a little like onesie that just like mops things
on the bottom. Yeah. So as they're crawling, they clean the floor.
Yeah, I love it. Yes.
That's something like an infomercial. What does that say?
Oh, it says
funnel glasses.
It also says chapstick butter. Yes.
Jesus. And we see that Louis is on the phone.
Yeah.
He's talking to Goldie. Mm-hmm. So he chose the second option.
Yes. To be shifty.
Yeah. He's like, can you teach me to do what you do?
Yeah.
Yes, it probably would make man go very mad.
And that's how he ends.
Yeah, like, woof.
Yeah.
The time tub is from the episode of the original DuckTales, Sir Gyro de Gearloose. I think episode 13?
It's pretty early.
It's early. It's between 13 and 18, I think. Maybe 15. Yeah. Whatever. And in that episode, Gyro's just, like, wild in that show. And if you just, like, look at what he actually does versus how he behaves, it's wild.
Yeah. He's a weird, crazy, old young man.
He's weird as hell. Because he gets sick and tired of everyone coming to him for gadgets. I think we talked about it before.
I think so. He doesn't want to be the gadget man.
Gadget man. Yeah. And he's gonna go back in time when there's no gadgets. And I'll be like a cool knight, because, whatever. And he does, but all everyone wants him to do is show them science.
Yeah. So he's screwed either way.
Yeah. And he learns like a lesson or whatever and goes back to the present. And we do see the time tub again in the episode, the time teasers. Time teaser thing is a different thing though, which I will talk about later.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sizzle. Sizzle. Oh, and Gyro has like 3 fucking time machines he uses in individual DuckTales.
Really?
Yes, the time teaser. Well, first the time tub.
Yeah.
Then the time teaser.
Yeah.
And then his time ship from the Bubba Duck episodes. From the Time is Money 5-part episodes introducing Bubba Duck. It has this time ship called the Millennium Shortcut, which I forgot about until I was looking at this shit. And I'm like, oh my god, why did he build 3 different types of time machines? I guess it's like starting, it's like time teaser.
Yeah.
Well, time tub, which is like lame. Time teaser.
Time tub is cool.
Time teaser, which is like the Hermione's thing in Harry Potter. And then like a whole spaceship. A whole ship. It's like a helicopter looking thing, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. He travels back in time. Yeah. It's powered. No, it's fucking powered. It's powered by, like, fucking time juice. By, like, frozen time juice.
Oh, no.
Remember that? Then you keep it frozen? And is it Launchpad who, like, melts it by accident? Or eats it?
I believe either one.
I'm almost positive.
I got shit memory.
I'm almost positive it's on popsicle sticks.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
Probably
Launchpad would fucking eat it. And, like...
I would, too.
Just have, like... all like time running through his body.
He's fucking losing it. What a trip.
God. Anyway, let's see if we got any questions. We have a question from Twitter.
Yes, from Harpy. Now that Louie is Goldie's protege, what capers would you like to see them get up to?
Ooh. Something that would fuck Scrooge up. And we would have to, like, realize, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be shifty and underhanded because it hurts people.
Yeah, it hurts my family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, like, you don't want to follow Goldie's example, because, I mean, she's, like, as far as we know, alone.
Yeah.
And all she does there is just push Scrooge away and make him never trust her at all, ever.
Yeah. So maybe choosing between, like following her, like, or his like, connection to his family.
Yeah. Yeah, like, being, like, honest and, like...
Yeah.
You know, being a good person and being more like Goldie, like doing things in a not great way. Yeah. And then just like fun stuff like that. Like fun stuff and then like something serious. It would be fun to see.
Yeah. Like fun shenanigans.
Yeah. And then consequences.
Yes.
And we actually have a review. Yeah. Which we forgot to read last episode.
Yes.
This is from Erin Harpy. Thank you, Erin Harpy. On titled The Best DuckTales Podcast. Thank you. Happily accept that title. They say, just the best. In addition to the girls being hilarious, thank you, all old characters and references are thoroughly researched. And I love the length of the episodes. Most podcasts are like, oh, we've been talking for an hour, time to stop. But these ladies go long, coming at me hard with the content. Please keep going. I'm always eagerly waiting for the next one.
Aww.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Nice to know that people don't mind how long we talk.
Yeah, like, we'd go as long as we want.
Yeah, we do. As long as we don't have any pressing issues.
Yeah.
Sometimes we record between classes and stuff.
Yeah. Now we're good.
Yeah.
We're Gucci today.
And actually, it's not as long as it could have been.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We're getting a little better, being more succinct.
Yes.
Well, let's see. You can find us on Twitter at @WhatIsPod. That's where we post all of our shit.
Yeah.
So I would follow us on there if you want to keep up to date with episode releases and whenever we're posting about, like, sending us questions.
Yeah.
And other fun
content. We share, like, content from, like, other fans and, like, the creators themselves. You can also follow them on Twitter. But, like, yeah, like, fun episode-related things.
Yes. And you can find us on Tumblr at @WhatIsPatos Podcast.
Yes.
Yes,
also,
podcast. Please forget.
You can also join in and review us on iTunes as well.
We'll read your review.
Yes, as we just did.
Yes. And you can find us on Gmail. Or, email us on Gmail at @WhatIsPatos Podcast at gmail.com.
Everything is podcast except for our Twitter.
Yes. And thank Michael at Soaping Graffiti for our Lovely cover art. See how long I can make that L go.
Oh my gosh.
And all for us.
Yes.
Yeah. Saludos, amigos.
Saludos, amigos.